I was riding my motorcycle and I was stuck in a rut and I lost my balance and I couldn't turn to catch my balance, so I fell over and tried to kind of get out of the motorcycle while I was like falling, so I didn't get like have it fall on me, and my leg hit the handlebar. It kind of got like tweaked a little bit too as I was like flying forward, and then my shoulder hit the ground first. So my shoulder got hit pretty hard. If I try to lift it up or like push up at all, it's like super hard. Some other movements are okay. And then my knees just feels kind of sprained, basically. And I rode on it for like 4 hours afterwards, but just got like steadily more sore and stiff. And now I can like hardly walk. Pretty much like just hobble. And I really can't even like, I couldn't even turn the key on my truck to drive home. So this arm is just not really doing much now. So hopefully the ice bath helps. We'll do an update in the morning. All right, there's only one way to do this, right? Just
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Just go in quick.
Just get in.
I wish I could dive in.
Yeah.
Feels good on my leg though. That is not hard to stick in because that feels good.
That's good.
All right, I just gotta go.
Well, yeah, just sit down. Try not to splash, and then
Yeah.
you kind of sink down in.
It's only gonna take however long it takes me to get it out.
Oh, yeah, yeah, so his legs hurt, so.
Well, that's not the hard part.
Oh, just because it's so cold. Yeah. Like the block of ice is still in there.
I kind of want to just go for it, but I'm not 100% committed yet.
Yeah.
All right, here I go.
I'd get up to your neck if you can.
So how do I do this?
And just breathe deeply helps. Like, just kind of focus on your breath. And if you can, I would get up to your neck, so your shoulder gets in, because it got hurt too.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna call this good for the minute.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
I think just staying in here is gonna be enough to think about right now.
Yeah, for sure. His water is at 56 degrees.
Does feel like it's getting a little easier. It's pretty shocking at first.
After about 3 minutes, it actually does feel easier.
The shake starting a little bit.
Yeah. And this is really good for your first one. My first one, I did like up to my hips. but you really need it, so.
She said try not to shake, but I don't know if it's gonna work. Just
try to distract yourself from it, I think. That's why I usually have something I watch, because it helps me to just like relax. So when I relax my muscles, then I stop shivering, like shaking. So if you can like relax your shoulders and legs, that helps me.
Maybe I can convince myself that this feels good somehow.
Well, and so since it's your first one, you don't know what it feels like after, but like for me, since I've done it before, I just know. Yeah. Yeah, I look forward to what comes after, which
So your body's sending you less of these signals like, yeah, this isn't good. You probably need to do something.
right, yeah. It's less intense as I do it more. Because I think my body knows, okay, this is okay because I'm going to get something out of it. You know?
Yeah.
When I do shiver or shake, I can feel myself tensing, so I try to just relax my shoulders. But sometimes you still shake a little bit. Yeah. But hopefully it helps you a lot. I think it will.
So how did you breathe? I mean, maybe just do deep breaths.
Yeah, like in through my nose, out through my mouth. And sometimes I close my eyes if I just feel like I need a little more help relaxing. And I'll either watch something or listen to it with my eyes closed, and that helps. The ice is melting, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, you can't really see it. Oh, there you go. Still 56. Still 56.
So having your whole body, not just the injured part, makes a difference.
I think it does. If you can only do the injured part, I think that helps too. But I feel like doing the full body is an extra help. It just feels good after. You did really good.
My toes are the only thing that feel like, you know, like they're too cold. Like when you're out in the winter and your feet get too cold.
Oh yeah.
Those are the only thing that really feel that way.
Do you feel anything in like your hurt area or
It doesn't hurt. I can't.
or the joints?
Mostly I just can't, like, I don't notice any pain
Yeah.
right now at all. I mean, I can almost forget which shoulder hurts
Yeah.
at this point, almost. And then my knee. Yeah, I can't really feel the pain. There's just so many other, like, things I'm focused on, like, besides that, so. That, and I think, I just can't, like, even if I focus on it, I can't feel the pain.
Yeah. That's happened to me with my knee when it gets really tired and sore because it's still healing up. And it just it's not, even in a 60-degree water, it's not hurting when I'm in it. But I prefer the at least 56 degrees or lower to 52 because I feel even just better afterwards. Like, especially in the morning, if I take one at night. In the morning, it just feels much more helped.
It feels like it's gotten easier. How long's it been?
10 minutes.
10 minutes, yeah.
It's actually almost 11.
It definitely feels like it's easier now. Like at first it was like, how am I gonna do this? I was like, how long am I gonna make this? Like another 20 seconds, another 30 seconds?
Yeah.
And then I just stayed in and it just pretty much got gradually easier.
Yeah.
And right now, like I said, it's not too bad. Like I actually feel like I can go another 10 minutes. I feel like I can actually move around a little bit. I can actually lift my arms up and let the water like into my armpits.
Right.
You know?
Because that gets cold.
Yeah.
For sure.
I can drop down in the water a little bit more. And
Yeah.
it doesn't bother me as much. Actually, I can feel it for some reason a little bit more, like in my kind of my shoulder and like my, I guess whatever you call this part of your upper arm
Your arm.
that faces out. Like I can find it for some reason. Maybe it's because I spread my arm out and I'm not like tensing it against my body. Like I can feel that muscle is sore now.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
I think it's the position that made it so that I could something about that rotation is like actually really sore.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess as I'm now that I'm like moving and not just like locked in one spot, like if I move my other leg around, I can feel that it's sore. So do you feel that the second bath, as far as like how easy it is to get in, like the second bath that you do like the same night, do you find it easier, harder, or about the same? After you've gotten in the hot bath and then come back to the cold bath?
I feel like it's slightly easier. And sometimes depending on how hot I get and how quickly I can get back into the tub, because sometimes I get distracted by kids or like talk to them a little bit and then it's just as cold. But
like if you get out of the hot and then you do something for a few minutes and then you get in the cold?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But if I come straight back, it's a little easier. It's still cold, but I thought when I first started that it would be just awful, but it's actually not.
How much time is it now?
Coming up on 15.
Okay, 15. Yeah, time's moving along pretty good.
Yeah, it's 15 now. So.
Yeah.
And even if you feel like whatever you feel like tomorrow after these baths, I would, if it was me, I would go see a chiropractor just because who knows what happened. I don't know. Like they can at least help it heal up because you're all set where you're supposed to be, like all your bones, you know.
Okay. Sounds like a good idea. Well, the cool thing about this video is my very first ice bath, because I don't think you videoed your first ice bath, right?
Yeah, the very first one I didn't. I did a couple, and then I did my first one up to my hips as a video.
I'm definitely more comfortable moving around. It's like my body's like, already cold and it doesn't feel a whole lot different to move and have the water like flow over my skin.
Yeah.
What was that now? It's like 17?
No, it's a little over 18.
A little over 18.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping it was, but I didn't want to say that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's coming along. When I do mine, I usually just set the timer to go off, and I just ignore the time.
Yeah, it was really shocking at first, like a lot going through my mind.
Yeah.
As far as like really just kind of like trying to figure out, like, am I really actually gonna do this?
Yeah, like, is it worth it even to?
Yeah.
But From my experience, it is, and I think you feel a lot better than you would have if you didn't do it, just because the effect it has on my body.
I mean, at least if nothing else, it'll probably help me maybe sleep better and just recuperate from stress, and that will help everything heal as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think there's both sides of that. I really think you would feel just completely 100% more awful if you just went to bed right now, like without taking the ice bath.
Yeah.
I think you would be feeling like you got hit by a truck.
Yeah.
But I think this will help quite a bit. I'm glad we can get it down to 56 now, because I just feel like that makes such a big difference.
What's that now?
Oh, it is at 23.
23. Does it help to go longer? I mean, I'd rather just stay in now than I'm in.
I would say, well, from my experience, I would say getting out to do the hot and then coming back would be better for you. So most likely,
at this point, the sooner I get out, the more likely I am to actually come back in.
Yeah, because it takes a while. So, I'm just doing from what I've experienced. I've only done 20 minutes in the cold and then hot. And then sometimes I leave it at that, and sometimes I come back and do another 20 minute and the hot. And I feel like that just helps a lot. So I can't really compare if you stayed in longer, because I haven't done it.
Okay.
But I would say from what I have done to just get out and then come back.
Yeah, because we're pushing 24 minutes on the video, right?
Yeah, on the video it's 24 minutes.
So I've been in here for at least 22 minutes.
Yeah.
Probably, so I'm going to have to get out.
Okay.
Yeah, so my shoulder definitely still hurts. My arm just kind of wants to stay at my side. Don't really feel cold at this point. If anything, I feel warm. Not that I'm out. I think my leg possibly feels a little bit better for the moment.
What does it feel like?
I don't know. Like, pretty normal, I guess.
My body always feels super tingly. Like pins and needles type.
Yeah. My hands kind of feel that way a little bit when I stick them in my toes.
Do you put your head under the water, or do you just keep it out?
I just keep it out. I just go up to my neck again.
So is that something that you found helps, or is that something that people often say is a good way to do an ice bath? Like do two separate, like do cold and then hot and then cold?
Well, the reason I tried it is because my Krav Maga coach he suggested it, and he said that because I was doing just an ice bath when I first started, and I had told him about it like after I'd done a few, and I was just starting, and he said that
like without getting in the hot at all.
Yeah. Oh. And I was like wrapping myself up in like socks and sweaters and long pants and stuff, and he was like, well, it actually helps more if like it helps recovery and helps other things more if you just get in the hot right after. Yeah. And then do another cold and then another hot. And so I was like, that sounds awful, but I'll try it. And it just was really good for me. I liked it. It helped my body feel really good. So that's just what I've been doing. And I did look up something where they had said that a cold and then a hot was better for people and more helpful than just a cold, but it didn't necessarily point out the cold, hot that I remember. But it definitely has helped. I like it.
It feels cold. I've done this before though.
Yeah. Sometimes I say I can do it. That actually helps. Nice.
It's kind of similar. It's definitely harder than the end of the first one.
Always fill the tub up. Both tubs up first. If you feel half decent tomorrow, that's a really good sign.
Yeah.
Oh.
I feel like my leg, it helped my leg a lot.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what's going on with my arm. I don't know if it's a little more than just,
Yeah.
like a bruise type thing.
Yeah. I hope it's not like torn or something.
Yeah.
That would be awful. I guess we'll know more tomorrow. So, see how you feel.
Mm-hmm.
After the ice bath, felt pretty good, and I slept really good last night. And in the morning, it felt pretty good. It felt better than it did last night before the ice bath. And then I kind of like laid around most of the day, didn't do much. So it's kind of started stiffening up a little bit. So it's getting a little bit more stiff and sore, getting closer to where it was before the ice bath. Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Friday was the last time that we did a video. So that was the day after that I got injured, and it was the day after my first ice bath. And I felt really good in the morning, slept really well, and felt surprisingly good the next morning. And then I didn't move much that day, so I started to get like more stiff. Like compared to when I first stepped out of bed in the morning to like later when I tried walking in late afternoon, definitely felt like more stiff, and it was more similar to how I felt the evening of my injury and before the ice bath. But as I like moved around and went through the subsequent days, it really didn't get any worse than it did that evening of my injury and before the ice bath, and it just kind of gradually got better. And then Sunday, I did another ice bath in the evening, and that morning again, woke up feeling surprisingly good, definitely better, not stiff, and went to work that day and was able to walk around and use my arm enough to get through the day. And then Monday night, went to bed and woke up Tuesday and did feel a little bit more stiff, definitely when I woke up. That's today. And but made it through work and started to loosen up a little more as I went through the day. And now I'm feeling about as good, at least as good as I was yesterday, I'd say. So I would say that ice baths definitely help. I think especially that first one, like I was really worried that the next day I was just gonna be like super stiff and swollen and sore, and I really wasn't. So I think the ice bath definitely helped. And then I did, like I said, I saw the improvement. When I took the ice bath Sunday night, I saw the improvement that morning as well, kind of similar to the first ice bath.